Well, today, President Trump signed an executive order to reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug. It's an effort to open new pathways for medical research and signals a significant shift in federal drug policy. Fox 4's Sean Rabb live now with the story. Sean.
And good afternoon to you, Heather. The president was shrouded by members of his administration and advocates for the change. And with the pen of an executive order directing marijuana be taken out of Schedule I drugs, that's the most dangerous class, placed in what's called Schedule III. That's a group of drugs, widely accepted to have some medicinal value, also with a less likely potential for abuse.
The order I am about to sign is not the legalization, or it doesn't legalize marijuana in any way, shape, or form, and in no way sanctions its use as a recreational drug.
But the executive order signed by President Donald Trump changes how the federal government sees marijuana, changing marijuana from the most dangerous class of drugs called Schedule I, drugs with no medical use like heroin and LSD, to a grouping deemed less dangerous with some medicinal value, like Tylenol 3 or codeine.
The facts compel the federal government to recognize that marijuana can be legitimate in terms of medical applications when carefully administered.
National Drug and Alcohol Screening Association is really concerned about raw marijuana being classified as a medication under Schedule III.
Joe McGuire is executive director of the National Drug and Alcohol Screening Association. The group worries not only how this was done by executive order, but the impact across the workforce under federal guidelines, like bus drivers, airline pilots, truck drivers.
Once we go to Schedule III, if we do not have a safety carve-out in place that protects that testing program, employers could very possibly not be able to test for that substance under the federal testing program. In fact, the labs might not even be able to include that in the federal panel.
We're also asking Congress to reconsider its classification of hemp-derived CBD.
I'm really proud today of President Trump and this big executive order.
Stephanie focuses on the board of the Epilepsy Foundation of Texas. While the president called for reconsideration of classification of hemp-derived CBD products specifically for seniors, Focus, with a child who has epilepsy and a CBD advocate, has been one of those lobbying lawmakers for change. She says the reclassification is needed. In Texas, marijuana is still a Schedule I dangerous drug. The state has expanded its compassionate use program some, allowing for very low-level THC for specific medicinal purposes.
And what happened today at the White House does not change the battle for access to CBD, for like full spectrum hemp-based CBD. That fight still goes on.
Still, though, Stephanie Focus says that she believes the reclassification today does send a message, a signal to state lawmakers in this fight that continues. Again, as you heard her say, a fight that's been going on in Texas for at least 10 years. We do not know the timetable for when the classification process reclassifying this drug, marijuana, to a Schedule III drug will take place.
But we'll keep following it. Sean, thank you.